Hey everyone, it's Chef Jason Morris, your Ace Hardware grilling expert. And as you can see, we're hanging out here in Chicago at Weber's Grilling Academy for today's Ace This Recipe video. We're talking all about brining because it's Thanks Grilling time, and we're ready to show you the art of the brine. All right, well, one of the great things about brining is it's really a flavorful solution, right? Think of it as kind of a flavorful bath water. And the cool thing about it is we're gonna soak this turkey. And we pick a turkey that's really free from solutions, free from injections. That allows us to control the flavor literally from the package to the grill to the plate. The great thing, like I said, is now we're gonna soak it and really let this turkey absorb a tremendous amount of flavor. We've got three really cool brines for you. We've got our chef's brine, which is gonna be that entry-level brine. It's gonna have salt, sugar, spices, herbs, and aromatics. Those are the components of a brine. So chef's brine is gonna be very neutral, allowing you to really impact the flavor after the fact if you want. Then we've got our Bayou brine. Bayou brine is great because that's gonna give you that Cajun kind of profile. Really nice and herbaceous, a little bit more pepper, a little bit more garlic, and a tiny, tiny bit of heat to it. So that's Bayou brine. Then we have our Italian brine. If you're looking for that herby, really orange peel, lemon peel kind of finish, that Italian brine is gonna give you that exceptional flavor as well. So these are the three brines we have. Now, a couple other things you're gonna need, right? You're gonna need your turkey, and we talked about how to select that. We look for a bird that is natural, free from solutions, free from injections, allowing us to really drive that flavor into this bird. And you're gonna need a bucket, right? And we recommend when you use one of our buckets to add a brine bag to it, because the brine bag is now going to make this food safe. We sell a nice little brine bag at your local Ace Hardware as well. Great thing about it, single use. So wash out your bucket, get your bucket all prepped, put that brine bag in there. Now you have a way to store that in there. Cool thing about it too is you can really crank that brine bag down, ensuring that all of that brine covers the turkey. Then a little twist tie, we're going from the bucket into the fridge. So those are the ingredients when it comes to brining. We're talking adding a lot of flavor to your turkey, really making your Thanks grilling a standout. We're gonna use our chef's brine today. So the first step is we've got about 2 quarts of water that we bring to a boil. We're gonna add our brine to that and stir this in. And if you listen, you hear kind of that sandy or gritty kind of sound, and we're gonna stir this up until you don't hear that anymore. And what that tells you is the salt and the sugar have dissolved and really become kind of a solution, if you will, in the water. And that's what we want, because you don't want the salt and the sugar to clump up on it. So we're gonna keep stirring this until that dissolves, just like so. And now that it's dissolved, we're gonna go ahead and add 1.5 gallons of ice water. So what I like to do is I usually add about 1 gallon of ice and about 1/2 gallon of water. And we're just gonna stir this solution up again. And now what we're doing is really ensuring that this solution is gonna be ice cold onto our ice cold turkey, and then we're really being food safe. So we brought the solution to a boil, we put the ice in here, it's gonna instantly chill this down, then we're gonna add it into our turkey. And it's as simple as that. It's just bringing that up, dissolving it, now we've made a great solution, and it's time to give our turkey a bath. We talked through the brine process, right? And we talked a little bit about how to select the bird. Now we have to take just a minute and prep the bird. So first thing we did is we took out the little gift package that comes in the front here. That's gonna contain all those giblets. So take that out, save it if that's how you wanna roll and that's what you wanna use in your gravy, but definitely make sure it's taken out. Now, we also take a minute too and tuck these wings under. That'll help it stay nice and level and flat when it's on the grill, won't roll around. Then, we go inside. We're gonna take out the neck and take anything out of there, and then we gave it a quick rinse in the inside cavity, and that's pretty much it. Now the bird is ready to go into our Ace bucket, inside our brine bag, and get ready to soak for a few hours. All right, so the first thing we need to do is get this bucket prepped. So we washed it, sanitized it, dried it. We added one of our heavy-duty brine bags, and now we're gonna add the turkey legs up and cavity up, because it's really important to get that brine into the cavity and around the turkey, because we kind of want it to soak from the inside out and the outside in. So next up, let's grab our brine and get that in here. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and give this brine a good stir ahead of time to make sure everything is kind of stirred in there and mixed up well. And then I always start off pouring half in the cavity and then let that fill, and then we'll fill it up the rest of the way and let that overflow. Next up, we're gonna slowly pull this brine bag up just to take up any of the excess. And now what I like to do, give it a squeeze, and we're gonna get out as much of that air as possible. Now, we're gonna twist it. That's gonna take up some of that excess as well. And what we're doing now is ensuring that that bird is 100% covered in the brine. Take one of our twist ties here, get that guy all set and ready to go. I like to tuck in the extra part of the bag And there you have it. That bird is submerged in the brine. Now, we're gonna let this soak for probably about 45 minutes a pound, and we'll let that sit in our refrigerator and be ready to go for tomorrow's big day. So a couple things to think about now. If you don't have a refrigerator like this to put it in, maybe you have a fridge in your garage, you can do a little rearranging, maybe scoot the beer to the right, put the turkey in on the left. But if you don't have a refrigerator at all, the best tip you can have is putting it into a cooler. Obviously, you're gonna make sure that the bucket fits in the cooler, it's big enough. You wanna make sure, if this is the level of your brine in the brine bag, you wanna make sure that that ice goes up above that line. So I usually put this right in the middle of the cooler, pack ice around it, on top of it. Again, food safety is paramount, so you want to make sure that this bird stays about 35 degrees, whether it's in your refrigerator or whether it is in your cooler. Now, I'll give you another tip. Outdoor storage, no matter how cold it is, I definitely do not store my turkey in a bucket outside. It is not safe, especially when it comes to food safety or critter safety. Well, there you have it, brining, a pretty simple and amazing way. Huge thanks to Weber for having us here in the Grilling Academy today so we could talk brining and Thanks Grilling with you. Hey, and speaking of Thanks Grilling, head to the end of this video. We've got our Thanksgiving turkey video already set and ready for you to click and watch yet another video. So we're gonna walk you through the whole process, from brining to cooking and more. I'm Chef Jason Morse, your Ace Hardware grilling expert. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for hanging out and cooking with us. Today's recipe, head right down below this video, click on the name of the video. That will expand that section, and you can click, print, and follow along. We've got some amazing turkey tips for you as well. And then don't forget to leave a comment while you're down there and tell us what we can do to be more helpful. And hey, what do you need to become a legend in the backyard cooking circuit? We can help you with that as well. Then click on the notifications bell. You'll be notified when this Ace This Recipe video is live and more. So thanks so much for hanging out with us. Thanks so much for cooking with us. We'll see you soon.